Welcome back to that No Qlue Podcast.
Shit is loud as hell.
Bro. Oh, man. We gonna hear that in the editing software.
It hurt.
Welcome back, everybody.
Hey, guys.
Hope you missed us because we missed you. And, you know, I want to say, like, some of you, like, I want to talk, like, oh, you know, maybe y'all just saw us. But no, none of y'all saw us except for, like, 2 people. Three people. We went on Instagram Live because we literally are just, like, stuck. We have, like, no clue what we actually want to talk about, which we know is the whole premise. But in all honesty, like, we have, like, no clue what we're going to talk about, but there's, like, ideas.
No idea as well.
And we have nothing. Like, nothing's going on, really.
No, it's different day of the week for us. Typically, we're sitting on like a Sunday, a Thursday, which Thursday really doesn't make a big difference. It is a Friday for anyone. Whenever you hear this, you'll figure out what day it got posted. But
Yeah.
Fridays are one of those like days where it's not purgatory, but it's like you don't know what to talk about because the week has got to the weekend, and then a lot of your stories come from the weekend. Like what happened on Friday, what happened on Saturday, and so maybe Sunday morning. And it gives you a better idea of recapping. At the end of the workday on Friday, you kind of just like, I'm ready for the weekend, ready to be done, ready to be like to rot away on the couch, not doing anything, sipping some delicious Pinot Grigio or Savvy B, whatever you decide.
Pinot. I don't know what you were drinking or not, but I mean, like, there's been stuff that's been happening, but it's to the point of like, do we care enough to talk about it?
Not really.
I mean, we had the eclipse. We all talked about the eclipse.
Talked about the eclipse for like 2 episodes, 2 separate episodes. We wore glasses for an hour and
for a whole
hour and 20 minutes. We wore eclipse glasses, not being able to see.
Then I had to drive home. My vision was a little messed up, but I mean, like, that happened. It was really cool. I liked seeing it. I was in the totality. Got dark, got cold,
got dark. Yep.
Came back up, and you know, once in a lifetime event. Really, I mean, the next time it happens in Ohio is going to be 2099. The next one that happens in the United States was it 2044?
Yeah, in Florida,
Florida,
kind of like Colorado Springs, something like that.
I don't see either one of us traveling down to Florida.
I enjoyed it so much. I think I might do that.
Yeah, no,
I might drive down to Florida and go see the eclipse.
The totality lasted 3 minutes. Like it's cool, but not that cool.
Yeah.
So I mean, that happened. We were laughing about Google and other people. Like, they didn't heed the warning. They looked into the sun for way too long, so people messed up their eyesight. Which I still think is incredible that we have to like warn people. Hey, don't look into the sun. But
it's covered, buddy. What do you mean? I can't look at it.
Partially covered.
That's the biggest thing. Is like. It's not really Darwinism. I mean, it's kind of Darwinism.
Yeah.
Because there were, I do feel bad. I saw a couple of videos. Again, when you see videos on the internet, you have no clue if they're real or if they're not real.
Yeah.
You look at them like, oh, maybe they are, maybe they're not.
That could be real.
Yeah, like, oh, that could be a real thing. I'm not sure though. Well, watching these kids look up at the sun.
That's who I felt bad for.
Yeah, because
Children.
you look at it and it's like, oh, your parents tell you wear your glasses whenever the eclipse is happening. And then kids were going and looking at the sun right afterwards, which, I mean, I was at the park. I walked down to the park. There was a guy sitting there, no shirt on, just like sitting on his shirt and just looking up at the sun, no glasses. And this guy was like, had to be in his mid-20s, like early 30s. I'm just looking over him like, what does he know? What does he know that I don't know? But he just dead ass staring up at the sun like it was nothing. And like I told you earlier before this, there was like a spike in the search on Google for why can't I see? My eyes hurt. How long was I able to look at the sun with no glasses? And it's like, not at all. Yeah,
you're not supposed to do that.
I do understand. I did make the joke. I made the joke multiple weeks about stare up at that thing like it's covered by the moon. Like you're good, but in reality, it's like
I think we're good though because I don't think our followers. I think all of our followers still have their eyesight.
It'd be after, but you see people looking up at the sun, and I understand that looks dark now. Like the sun's not even out.
I'll say sunspot right in the middle of your vision.
But let's all be real, guys. We've all looked up at the sun before.
Yeah, but not stared at it. That's the.
I mean, I used to look at that thing.
What's wrong with you?
I was a child, man. I was a child, and apparently back in the day, Superman, before they made like all the DC films and everything,
like
OG Superman, that's how he got his powers. was by staring at the sun.
That's not.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
No,
yes, it was.
no.
Yes, it was.
I will argue with this.
Look it up,
bro.
Next
I don't
episode,
need
we'll
to
find
look it up. I was a Superman aficionado.
You weren't even born. This is like Superman back in like the 60s.
You don't think I went back and read some of the comics?
I ain't talking about no damn comic books. I'm talking about the movies with the bad quality. Look it up.
Let me correct. I think I know what you're saying. So let me try to correct what you're saying.
For all the nerds out there. Are you
saying that this, like, the sun gave him power?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
He didn't get his powers.
No shit. I know that. I'm saying he was getting power by looking at it. Not his powers. I know he's from like Krypton.
Well, it wasn't just looking at it. It's just him being in the sun gave him his power.
Well, he looked up at that thing too. He looked up at that thing, and so did I as a child, thinking that was like, yeah, I'm going to get tough. You know, I was getting bullied as a kid. I thought maybe if I can get up that sun, get a little strength.
I thought you were a Kryptonian, huh?
Nah. All I did was kind of burn my cornea. And my sight's not bad because of it now, I will say. It is bad.
Contacts?
Yeah, it's bad, but I don't think it's bad due to the sun. I think it's just bad from, family lineage.
Do you remember in elementary school when I had to wear glasses?
Yeah, the little small ones that like barely covered your eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the right lens was just glass.
Yeah.
it didn't do anything. And then the left one had a prescription on it, even though I didn't need it. It just unlocked my memory of that, since you're talking about vision. I have 20/20, everybody, so I'm fortunate. I'm happy because seeing is expensive, and like,
I mean, at this point though, do you want 20/20 vision like everyone else? You're kind of an outsider.
Bro,
a very limited percentage of people
I honestly feel like an outsider because everybody wears glasses now.
Yeah, you're the guy out there. Wait a second. I remember you wearing glasses in high school. Are you telling me those were fake?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I didn't wear no glasses in high school.
There's a picture of you in some big frame glasses from high school.
Bro, that was after high school. But yes, I had the fake glasses.
See, you wanted it.
Bro, I looked studious as hell in them bitches, man. I was like,
why don't you just make your eyes bad? You could have just looked up at the sun. You had the remedy.
I'm not trying to be permanently blind. I like my vision. I like waking up and everything's clear. And it's wild to me that people wake up and shit's blurry.
Oh, I wake up with it all clear, but I never take my contacts out either.
I was gonna say, because you don't take your contacts out, which is literally on every single box of contacts to like not do.
That's funny because I can't read. No, I mean, I will say I'm not gonna call it a hoax, but a long time ago I had contacts.
Okay.
And my doctor gave them to me, and he's like, you can wear them, take them out. I think they were good for a certain amount of time, maybe a month, I want to say. And this was probably middle schoolish, right? Going into high school.
Yeah.
He comes back and tells me, he's like, you can't wear contacts for about a month. He's like, these have scratched the hell out of your eyes. So I couldn't wear contacts. I had to wear glasses, and I had the same type of glasses you did. And then inevitably I got back on contacts. Getting back on contacts, he gave me the dailies. And in high school, that's a little different. You get on daily contacts. You're going to bed at a normal time. You're doing everything like your parents are there. But when you get into college and you start moving out and doing that stuff,
and you by yourself, yeah,
I'm not taking those shits out. I'm keeping those shits in. I'm falling asleep in the bed and waking up in the morning. And if I don't, it's really for people who have dry eyes. I went probably like 2-ish a year.
Mr. Moist eye over here.
Yeah, wetty eyes, wet. And I went probably about a year and a half with no. I probably went almost 2 years with insurance 1 year, no insurance the next year, but I had daily contacts. And I was like, you know what? I can make these things stretch. Making them stretch was like taking a contact and going 7 days with it. I was stretching these bitches to 3 months. And I was mostly just stretching them to when they fell out. I put a new one in. And I went the whole 2 years. I still have some left in the box. And I went to the eye doctor, and I'm like,
that's
shit.
Insane.
Well, here's the thing. I was putting the eye doctor off. I'm like, shit. I have bad eyesight.
Yeah.
And I already scratched my eyes up, like to the point where he thought I was going to go blind as a kid. So going back.
Were you scratching the eye?
No. The contact was scratching my eye.
How?
The way that it would move. Yeah. The way it would move in my eye. They just didn't react well to my eye.
Were they like the hard ones?
I
heard it was like glass contacts.
No, they weren't. They weren't fake eye type.
Not like a fake eye.
I know, but I'm saying like glass.
Yeah.
No, they were still soft, but I don't know the scale of soft for it. You want to kick the camera down, but so I finally get the contacts and I make them stretch for like 2 years, and I go in just kind of nervous that they're going to tell me like, hey, you're blind again, buddy. Like, because I didn't know that I couldn't see before.
Hey, bud, you see the sign back there? Of course you didn't, because you can't see.
I can't see. No, so, and this was just literally a couple months ago. I go in, they said, man, your eyes look a lot better than what they did before. They're like, they healed completely. We want to get you on LASIK eye surgery now.
Are you going to do it?
Probably not. Probably not right now, because here's my thing, or my thought process. I know whenever you get surgery, you're supposed to get surgery when you're a kid. Like, get your tonsils out when you're younger so you can heal faster, blah, blah, blah. Break your hip as a child, not as an old man, and die from it. That's probably what you want to do. But for me I'm so used, I'm kind of used to it, putting contacts in now and waking up and doing that whole routine.
Yeah.
That, they say LASIK lasts for X amount of years. Let's just say 25 to be like
that's in the like increased, like they have the science down pretty well to the point like it lasts like.
Well, so the only thing with me is like I've heard stories from someone who is an eye surgeon who does cataract surgeries, and the amount of people who have committed suicide or have gone extremely depressed because in the surgery or the
completed suicide. It's fine.
Well, sure. Or I mean, even attempted. They just cut their eyes out. But they did that because they always had like a blur on their eyes, on their vision, because the surgery didn't go perfectly as they wanted it to. Because imagine you don't know this, but whenever they go through and they show you the eye doctor, like 1 or 2, 2 or 3,
I had
1
to
or
do
3.
That, yeah.
So imagine you think you have it perfectly, and then it doesn't. It's not, and ends up not being what you wanted. Yeah. Or they pull off too much of your eye. Now you have like a blurry spot on your eye forever that can never go away.
Yeah,
now.
No, that would.
So it would drive people crazy. And for me, at my age, if I were to do it, let's just say hypothetically, it puts me at 55. I don't want to do that yet, because 55 is like, okay, well, your eyesight's going to start to deteriorate at the rate it is now. I would rather get the surgery done when I'm like 40-ish, because 65 is probably when I'm going. But that's probably like my ideal situation.
Here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah, I've already locked that in. Like 65 is probably pushing the high scale of it, but
I mean, genetically, it's not looking great.
Yeah, we'll do this for another. This is episode 11. Yes. Next episode will be 3 months of this show.
That's huge.
Three months of this show, and we almost have as many episodes as we have followers. How crazy is that, huh? Y'all are not sending it to your grandmama or your granddaddy or anybody else. We asked you that on episode 2 and 3 to just tell some people about this fucking show. And y'all are out here. We got more videos than we got followers. Man. How crazy is that? Imagine me sitting here, glass of wine. I've almost had as many glasses of wine as we have followers. The ones that show love, appreciate y'all. Why aren't y'all showing more love to the family, man? Y'all love it so much. Why don't you tell them? Why don't you let them get a little sample, get a little snack? We're out here. Man, Pinot Grigio just gets you talking truth. And and we're out here, but yeah, like 3 months, next episode. Next episode should be a good one. It's a holiday-sode. That's already prepped and ready.
Yeah.
Holiday-sode and my mom's birthday the day after. Overshare, whatever.
Okay, Carla.
Yeah, she's probably 50 again for the... I don't know how many years it's been, but she's been the same age.
I mean, I don't know. When it comes to vision and everything, I would as an adult mature decision, I'm sure I would still take the vision insurance even if I was like single, just so I could say I have it in case. But our whole fucking balance gets taken up because Sam, she uses it for her contacts and everything, and like.
What balance? Because I went to the eye doctor the other day and got glasses, 2 boxes of contacts, and my procedure. That shit was like $700.
Yeah, because you didn't go to the fucking eye doctor for years because you didn't have insurance.
I didn't even need the glasses. They just told me the big frame Ray-Bans didn't look good. They were like, "Oh, do you want blue light on them?" And I'm like, "No, I guess so." And then I get them, and I'm like, "What the fuck do I have a blue light on these things for?"
It's for if you're staring at a computer for a long amount of time.
And I'm not because which I'm not. And the other thing is I'm kind of pissed that I ordered the glasses. They went to a different eye place. Then my eye doctor gave me the glasses.
What kind of frames do you get? You go to Warby Parker?
Nah. Well, no, Joseph Aboud.
I don't even know what that is.
He's from Men's Warehouse.
Oh.
I didn't know. I didn't even know he made glasses. I feel like I got scammed because they brought out like 7 pairs of glasses. I have a relatively big head. And they were like, oh, yeah, not that one. Maybe these ones. I'm like, are y'all just going up on the price scale? Because I can't see the price on any of these.
That's the point.
They're like, no, not those ones. Go to the ones that are 150 except. No, I should have gone to Warby Parker. But I think the fact that they put my left eye as an astigmatism, which I had no clue that I had astigmatism.
Yeah, I've been learning about this because Sam has them in both of her eyes, and it gets progressively worse as you age. And when somebody stays on top of it, she gets her contacts 1 year, then she gets her glasses the next year, and she swaps like that.
That don't make no damn sense to me. I just figure I'll keep the same that box of 90-day contacts for about 360 days.
I know if I ever had to wear glasses, I'm wearing glasses. I'm not getting contacts because watching you all touch your eye.
That's fine.
And no.
Ain't no problem with that.
No, it's not. That's so. I don't like anything touching my eyes.
And again, that is also based off of like we don't learn foreign languages well as adults, but if you teach it as a kid, they can pick it up a lot quicker. Same thing with contacts. I started putting my contacts in like 9th grade. I was just like you, a little bitch about it. I'm like, my eye. And now as a grown ass adult, I'm like, you know what? Put the contact in. Really isn't that bad. I can do it with no mirror, with a mirror, no dry, wet.
You know what I do?
Nothing.
Open my eyes.
That's fine. One day your vision's gonna be gone, and you're gonna be sitting there looking like Helen Keller. He was there, Helen Keller, like, can't see anything.
Look, here's another. Y'all tell your family about everything, because if this actually, oh my God, we got
Not
Siri
this.
popping up on the computer again. What?
No.
No, Siri.
Siri always listens to these
Siri's
conversations. That's why Alexa is kind of better.
I'm pretty sure Tim Cook is this listener. So he's like, I'm making sure these niggas never get big. I am stopping this shit with all my might.
Tim, I know they already sent you my call, but
yeah, but I don't remember what I was saying because of Siri.
You talking about opening your eyes?
No, I was talking about if they tell their friends and family.
Oh yeah.
If we get big to the point where we can like focus on this, I'm gonna release the lost tapes. I'm releasing them bitches, and I bet you're all wondering what's the lost tapes, Noah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you all noticed in the last episode, but there's like a little bit horrible editing done by my part.
It confused me after watching it back. I'm like, wait a second,
how did we get here?
I was like, why's it darker?
Yeah, that's because I cut out the lost tapes, and the lost tapes are
questionable.
Like, I'm sure it'd be fine, but
yeah. Right now it'd be fine.
Y'all see where we're recording this at? Do you want Josh to lose his apartment?
Yeah,
No,
they're gonna kick me out of my apartment for that tape.
Do you want my family to lose our house?
No.
So we're gonna try to hold back on the questionable things, and
if this could become a full time, and we could get done with what we're doing,
we get canceled and everything. Like, I'm sure the jobs I apply for, they're not gonna hear about the podcast, so it'll be okay.
Yeah.
But right now, it could go the other way horribly fast.
Yeah. So we paused the lost tapes. We were jokingly saying like this is like,
bro, don't even talk about it. You all know.
I was saying make it. Yeah,
we'll make a Patreon.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna go with. I was just gonna go with. We're gonna make an OnlyFans or a Patreon. Probably not OnlyFans, for a Patreon.
Hey, well, I'll post some risque photos. If it helps.
For a couple of bucks, so we can get those mugs, man. Some mugs. We're talking about getting neon lights to put up here. This isn't going to be my apartment anymore.
I think it's hilarious that like OnlyFans like are also like, we're not just.
Yeah, we're business
It originally started off as like people like, it was supposed to be for art.
Yeah.
And then people were like, well, the body is art. And now they're like making like shows. They have like reality TV shows.
Yeah. I saw like Riley Reid's cooking show and stuff.
Yeah, which doesn't help their whole like we're not trying to be porn.
It's like, wait a second,
Riley Reid, you want your own TV
cooking,
show,
but with a porn star on it. I guess I'll tune in.
I'm gonna make some pancakes.
Yeah,
with my titties out. Like,
I'll make some eggs, some fertile eggs.
Here comes the sausage. Like,
yeah,
I don't think that's a sausage.
Oh, wait, get that cream fresh out. Oh fuck yeah, get that cream fresh.
Cream fresh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What are you gonna do with it? What are you gonna do with the cream fresh?
We're gonna have to stop talking about food.
I know we didn't eat before this episode. We like we said earlier, this was one of those episodes where it's going to be a fuck ton of yapping, like just yapping, because
essentially like one of our like we're both bored and Josh is probably driving and not paying attention, so he calls me just to fucking talk for an hour. That's essentially what this episode is going to be. And you all may get mad at us for it. Like that episode
you
sucked.
might not. Yeah, you might not even listen.
We all
to
gave
it.
you the opportunity to help us.
Plus you have 10 other episodes you can listen to. That's the thing. We've talked 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I don't even know how many videos, but 10 of them.
I think there's like 4. Well, one of them is kind of like half and half, because the St. Patty's Day is only on YouTube and not on any other streaming site.
Yeah.
But again, this is going to be a full-blown yap sesh. If I just break out the phone and we start ripping off like questions, that's where it's going to go to, because opening today, we sat around, had a couple snacks. We're like, hey, so
which, if anybody's, look, summer's right around the corner. I don't know what y'all are doing with your life.
Drinking wine.
I know I haven't been keeping my shit serious at all. You break down to the family. We can talk about that. Whenever you get comfortable in a relationship, how fast you gain weight because you just be eating good.
And if you don't, you're cheating. Why the hell you gotta have abs when you
who you trying to impress?
Exactly. That's a merited question when it's like you've been with someone for years.
I'm about to call somebody and be like, "What? Why you got abs for?
Yeah.
Why are you 30 years old and still have abs?"
And those are stock abs. Those come with the body.
Yeah.
A lot of those are stock abs.
High metabolism.
Yeah, I can't.
We ain't got that.
Y'all. Yeah. Y'all so lucky. Y'all can get big. I want to be big.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and like get big so like none of my clothes fit correctly.
Yeah, I love that. I love when I actually put my shirt in the dryer and it shrinks just a little bit. Now I'm uncomfortable wearing it. Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
And then like for the longest time, like I don't know about you, but I know when I was a kid, I had to get like the husky jeans because like it wasn't even that like the person was even like, "You're not husky," and I was like, "I have big legs."
That's the fit.
And she was like, "You're a child." Oh yeah, kinda. And it's like that was the only way it could fit over my ass.
I know. I've seen it. Oh wait. Pause. No Diddy.
No Diddy.
No Diddy on it.
But yeah, man. Like, I mean, I didn't give a shit. Like, I had that shit on, but like,
I must have Alzheimer's because I can't remember that.
Say what?
I must have Alzheimer's. I can't remember that.
Oh, fuck you.
No, the same thing. I mean, even when I got to high school, I'm the same way. I used to get boot cut jeans, thinking that boot cut was the whole entire jean, and it's just the bottom part.
Which, in all fairness, that's what everybody had. Like,
yeah,
you saw somebody like wearing some fucking good jeans. You're like what are those? And like, oh, they're these boot cut, fucking American Eagle boot cut.
Never that, but yeah, for me.
And we weren't paying attention to details. Like
I just did it for the size.
That's the other shit I want to talk about because when we were kids, fashion, yes. But if you look back at our fashion, like we were some fucking dorks.
We talked about the prom. We talked about the prom fits at one time. Like
the entire fucking
XL.
generation, we were some fucking dorks. Nowadays, like kids are walking around looking like fucking models, and like they have clothes that fit appropriately and shit.
They got tailored t-shirts.
Yes, I'm looking at my shit and I'm like, bro, we were wearing fucking boot cut jeans with some fucking socks and Jordan flip flops.
Yep,
running around in those, and then like.
Socks and Jordan flip-flops went for any occasion.
Bro, then we had the whole Sperry with Nike Elite socks, cargo shorts.
Yeah, I forgot about those.
Fucking fighting
necklaces.
Everybody had a Livestrong fucking wristband.
Or the breast cancer awareness one.
Yeah, nobody fucking even watched biking, but everybody had that fucking wristband.
Lance Armstrong cheated.
Lance Armstrong.
He did steroids, but whatever. The
one nut wonder.
Yeah, he did do steroids, but in his defense, he did have less testosterone than everyone else. So he kind of had to he kind of evened himself out. Y'all were mad because he had cancer and had to lose a testicle, and then he goes and gets on test. Now he's evened it back out, and everyone wants to get mad because he's better than them with one, and they have two. So Lance, I don't know if they took your titles away like Reggie Bush, but
we get why you did what you did.
But the fact that they took Reggie Bush's titles away, but they kept all O.J. Simpson's.
The man rushed for 2,000 yards.
14 games. No, he R.I.P. OJ. I know that could get us canceled in itself, but technically it
I don't
shouldn't.
even care.
Technically it shouldn't because the man was found innocent.
Yeah, it was a win for the culture.
Mm-hmm.
He was found innocent.
He wrote a book about it.
If the glove don't fit,
You must
acquit.
Yeah, and he wrote a book about what he would have done.
What he would have.
If he did do it, but he didn't do it.
He was scared to walk around in L.A. because the killer was still out there.
Exactly. That man was stuck up in his house. He didn't know if he was next.
I'm still thinking about fashion wear. Do you remember people were wearing jean shorts and polos because ATL blew up?
That felt targeted.
I had the shit on too.
I had the quadruple. No, it was an XL. Wow, that guy just missed. I'm so sorry. I just watched.
We're watching the Masters.
That is insane that he just did that. That's like some putt-putt golf course type stuff.
That's some shit we would do.
Yeah,
we'll get there. Victor,
dude, 8 over. What's it matter? You know.
Yeah,
at that point, he's not making it.
At this point, he's like, I hope I don't lose my fucking sponsorship.
Yeah, no, he's not making the cut. But I used to have the Pele G Unit, whatever it would be, jean shorts that came down to my ankles. I remember
the G Unit ones.
Yeah, they had the patchwork on the back. Yeah. It would stick when you sat in the chair.
I never had the patchwork on or anything like that.
Oh, no. I had those.
The jean shorts and then like Air Force Ones.
I never had wands. I always had the Team Jordans, which is even worse. But
I had the Air Force Ones because it was ATL, right? Yeah, ATL.
Well, no, Nelly had the Air Force One, big boy. Give me super. Yeah, that was back in like 5th grade, 6th grade. But no,
that was 6th. I think that's 6th grade.
Yeah, that was it was before the Nellyville album, but fashion was like an extremely big tall tee that came down to your knees. The jean shorts that came down to your ankles. So you basically were in a winter fit. If you really think about it, with the amount of cloth that you had, and then a fitted hat. I know fitteds are back now. But these are not like the fitteds that you're...
Fitted flat bills.
Yeah, these are not the fitteds that these kids are wearing now.
They were fitted, but not fitted.
No, the fitteds that we had
fit correctly.
were like they had a pattern on half the thing. Or like it wasn't... you got the ones that they would wear in game, but not like now. Now y'all have like patches and all this random stuff on it. The customization of all of it's kind of crazy. But we had whatever Champs had, whatever Foot Locker had, and whatever
the rise and the fall of Champs Sports. Like
it's all the same thing. Champs, East Bay, Fitting Finish Line are all like the same conglomerate. Like
what do they call it now? It's like JD or something. It's one of them.
I don't remember. I remember that mall in Dayton. It was like Jazzy J's or something like that. It was like
I mean, all of those, the giant white tees. Mm-hmm. I remember them franchise boys.
Yup.
In my white tee. Yep. And then they came out with the remixes on LimeWire. Yup, in my blue tee.
Yeah,
in my red tee.
That was my green. That was like the Wiggles edition. It was like, yup, in my yellow tee.
Yeah, they had every single color on there. I had all of those on my iPod Nano.
I had all the Crank Dats. Crank That Spider Pig, Crank That Batman, Crank That.
Yeah, I remember all these.
Yeah, and they all had different dances as well. But no, like fashion nowadays, I mean, you see us, he in jeans on the couch. This is fashion now. This is just like casuality. There's no flashiness because guess what? A lot of that stuff you probably see now, especially again the high school level.
Yeah,
that's probably Teen Mood. That's probably like Pandagate. Temu. That's like all the reps. In all honesty, like we talked about that a couple episodes ago. We didn't have reps. You didn't have anything that you could buy fake. Really, like the only fake place that you could buy is when our local fair came around. And one of the dudes had a booth with all the fake clothes.
And all the fake,
Yeah, and the fake hats and belt buckles. Yeah. No, the fair. The booth on the side.
Yeah, it was
the fair. He had the hats. He had the belt buckles. He had the shirts. He had all that fake stuff.
And people were walking around with that shit on.
Yeah, like the New York Yankees, but it was like a New York Yankees hat where the N had like a little curvature to it. So it was like, it's not, you can't get sued for it. It still covered his ass. Everyone's putting that shit on, walking it up. I remember I went to Washington, D.C. one time and I was with my dad. I feel bad. I'm sorry, Dad, if you ever listen to this episode, that I made you buy this. I got a DC hat, right? It wasn't like Rob Dyrdek DC. Like it said DC and it had this DCs all over it. It's a black hat with a white.
Yeah.
And it was flatter than hell. And I remember wearing that back to Ohio. I got clowned immediately for having it because I was like in 5th grade. And in 5th grade is like that happy medium point where it's like you think you got shit on, but then everyone in middle school and high school is like, "What the fuck are you wearing?"
That plus like
I'm like sinking into
this shit.
Just
It didn't fucking flow. Like we would have like a fucking
graphic
neon yellow fucking hat. And then like we weren't like blue, like
yeah,
like
we were going
North
hunting.
Carolina blue.
Looked like we were hunting half the time with the stuff that we had. Neon was so in at that time. I remember I had a pair of like neon green shoes. I still have a green pair of workout shorts.
I'm about to say that was because that was like after we graduated, and I blame LMFAO because they were doing all of the party rock shit.
I had the party rock shirt.
Yeah, and like because that neon yellow color, like. I just love the highlighter yellow because I had it on my soccer cleats.
It's cool in moderation. It's cool like in those little splashes, but not a whole ass shirt.
But I had like you. I had shoes. I had some Nike Air Maxes with it. I had some shirts with like a splash in there. And like and then we all grew up and neon colors are just out. So I was just like, oh, let me take this. What's that one place? That consignment store?
Where Play-Doh's Closet?
Yeah. And they told me all my shit was out of style, and I was like,
They say that regardless because Play-Doh's has like the pay scale where you could have some shit right out the box with the tag still on it, and they're like
ain't nobody wearing this.
We'll give you $4. We'll give you $4 for it. I'm like, I paid $90. They're like $4.50. You're like, shit. Yeah, I guess I'll take it because you don't know what else to do.
You come back in and they sell it for $100. You're like, motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying. Is like nowadays, take it from me, someone who like sells over hundreds of clothes online. If you have something and you think it's out of style, at one point that shit's gonna come back in.
Yep.
Kids nowadays, I haven't sold any of my Hollister or Abercrombie like zip up hoodies that we had, jackets.
Yeah.
Because at one point that shit's gonna come back in. Because kids nowadays are taking things from 2009, 2008 and saying, "Oh, look at this vintage piece." It's like,
yeah, it hurts my soul, but it's like, I got that.
Yeah, I saw like a video where this girl had some Charlotte Russe. And she was like, this Charlotte Russe vintage top. I'm like, wait a second. That's where we used to go in high school whenever we would go up there and the girls would go shop.
There's what are the jeans that people used to wear?
Jinko?
Not Jinko. I think it might be like the apple bottom or some shit like that. There's something.
I mean, I'm sure there's apple bottom jeans, but I didn't think this shit's ever went out. T-Pain was talking about them. But no, that's like
Wisconsin.
But that's the thing is like everything's gonna come back into style. You know, everything goes out for a while. Trends die. Trends like go away. But then
I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know what the word is, but like it's been incredible to watch. Like when we were kids, if you came to school and you were wearing Champion brand, fucking instant flame. Like you were getting roasted. That was the shit that you got at Kmart. Starter. Like you're getting made fun of immediately. Like even the teachers like fucking like roasting you.
Like, damn, you really wearing that in class? Put a jacket on.
Same thing with like New Balance. If you wore New Balances,
relax.
Like, bro.
Relax, man.
Am I wrong?
This is why I got bullied, man. Because as a child growing up, I don't know if anyone on YouTube can see these. These are size 13. Put your little size 7s up.
Size 11, everybody. I'm a normal fucking person.
These are size 13 and extremely wide. I have like Sam Squanch feet.
You did this come from work.
I mean, my feet aren't bigger because of work. I sat in a chair all day. I'm saying that growing up, there was not a bunch of places where you could buy shoes. It was either Nike, New Balance, Adidas. That's really it, right?
I wore Adidas and Nikes and ones. I had ones. Yeah.
I had New Balances because one, I have a very wide foot, and my parents, when your parents buy your shoes, they're like, oh, well, we need a wide type shoe for you.
That's because you were fucking in 4th grade and wearing a fucking adult size shoe.
Yeah, and I needed wides. So all I did was wear the stereotypical, I wish we could add pictures of this shit, the New Balance dad, navy blue and white.
I might be able to add
lawn mowing shoes, add it right here to this fucking category. This is exactly what I used to wear to school. And I didn't have any other choice because, again,
the way you're unlocking memories for me right now is
because I didn't have. You don't.
I do remember that now.
Yes, dude, I had to wear those, and I had like 2 pairs of them because I had one pair I had to play basketball in, and I had one pair. The ones I got to play basketball in had the black outline on the end. And then the ones that wore to school were blue.
There was a day I'm remembering this. Like I remember like going home, and I was asking my dad, like he had the shoe game. I was like, Josh has these shoes on. It's an N, so I'm thinking they're Nikes.
No.
I was like, I don't see them anytime I look at Nike.
Yeah, nah, they're not, because Nike never had an N on their shit. They had a swoosh. Your dad was like, oh yeah, no. Oh yeah, you got the bad ones.
They look like these.
Yeah, you pull them out the closet. They're green. You're like, wait a second, why are yours ombre?
What color? How'd you get that color scheme?
Yeah, he's like, oh, that's unreleased.
Yeah, like palette. Now, like Champion Glue Up.
Champion blew up, and then it, like everything peaks at one point. Like whenever you start putting your shit into TJ Maxx, that's when you know you've peaked, and then you've gone over.
Yeah, and like New Balance, they're trying to like stay
New Balance. I will say New Balance, not because I'm trying to defend them, and I wore a pair today to work. New Balance is putting out some good shoes.
Their shoes are actually really good.
They're expensive as hell for some reason now. Where they were, I remember buying them as a child. They weren't that pricey.
I think it goes into a mixture of like, they look good, and now like they're also like, if you wear them, they're actually like good for your feet.
Yeah, and I thought I got gout from the ones I wore because I wore to the gym so much. Don't get whatever number I have. I don't know. I'm not a New Balance connoisseur. The ones that I have, do not wear to the gym. Wear those things to like.
Those are like the casual ones.
Yeah, those are casual ones. Don't wear those to the gym, or you will feel like you have gout in your left big toe. The thing is, I think also with New Balance is they have so many collaborations with people now, like Amine Dior or whatever, or Leon Dior.
They're going off.
Like they have collabs that sell out. I mean, obviously Nike's always going to have Jordans that sell out and all like that type of stuff. But back in the day, New Balances were like about to get cooked.
Boy,
yeah.
What are those?
What are those? I'm like, they're my New Balances my dad got me for me.
They're all a fucking fit.
Yeah, where's your fit at? I'm like, and I will say, I don't know if I've said this in any of these podcasts, for probably like from kindergarten to fourth grade, all I did was wear sweatpants. I was known for the guy who only wore sweatpants. Yeah.
With the elastic band on the
Yep.
ankles.
You know exactly the ones, man. You know exactly the ones. I never had a fucking fit until I hit fifth grade because all my fits were sweatpants. Like, would that be fire now?
Hey, I mean,
yeah, maybe.
With all this shit going on, we still had our crew.
Yeah, I was just the sweatpant one with the parted hair. Like, that shit's crazy. Looking back on hindsight, like obviously those moments help you grow up. The parted hair was so coiffed,
bruh.
Like I remember in the mornings, I would wake up and my dad would he's like, "Come on," and he would just like take a comb.
The same shit he has on his hair.
Yeah, like identical. And I get it, man. Like you want to like make them look the same way that you do. But my dad also was like, I don't know, 40 something and had a mustache and was 6'4". You don't want to do that to like what? How many feet would we have been in like kindergarten?
Bro, you were like 6 foot in like fucking elementary.
Yeah, I was 6 foot in. Anyone out there? I'm 6'1" right now, but 6 foot, probably what, sixth grade? I want to say.
I would say like probably like through middle school. Like
yeah, 6 foot. Through. Yeah, because I look at pictures now, I'm like, damn, I look kind of big, and I'm like, wait a second, I'm the same size as what before, but. That was I had the coiffed ass hair. I don't even know why I was in that crew. I had the Pokemon cards.
The amount of fucking difference that my hair went through, because I'm thinking like elementary me, like young elementary, had those like long luscious curls. It was like I looked like Ronaldinho. Like take Ronaldinho's hair and like make it like a shorter hair. Ronaldinho as a child, that's how my hair looked. Middle school,
insert it right here.
Yeah. This is what it looked like.
Yeah.
Then middle school came and it got tighter. And that's when like I started like, okay, like small fro and everything. This is like
good grief. Good grief.
Nicer. Except it wasn't nicer.
Yeah.
And then freshman year, it was afro. Like arguably one of the biggest ones.
Like coffee black.
Coffee black lasted for the entirety of high school.
Yeah, it really did.
And
it
then
got big. It looked like Tasty Planet. You just kept getting bigger and bigger, and it's like accumulating more size. Tasty Planet. Shouts out to that game. Anyone that played that shit back in school. I know y'all had to be pretty old to have it, but Tasty Planet
was fun.
They've made so many variations of it now. Keep going with your story though.
I was just gonna say, I ended up with like the shorter hairstyles like I wear now, and then like. Probably like my junior years when I actually started caring, so I started going to like an actual barber. Like I just popped in and out. Like it used to just be my dad cutting my hair, and
putting fibers on it.
Yeah, I didn't have to have fibers back then. I actually had a fucking hairline, so like I could get like
you still got one.
nice little. It's there, but like
It just pushed back. It just pushed back like the banks of Africa right now with all those waves.
You know, I'm about to go Super Saiyan, is what I always say. But yeah, my hairstyles were fucking wild back then.
I didn't have very many. I had the coiffed over part from when my dad would do it, and then I had the Caesar cut, which that was pretty fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. Caesar, like for me, if I would have known now, everyone's like, "Would you do it the same way if you knew what you knew now?" No, I wouldn't. I would not have my hair the way that it was for the longest time. I got my barber just to cut it across the front. That's partially my fault. You fall to the barber that your dad has.
I'm about to say, Josh was like the only child up in this barber shop. Like he told me he went to that barber shop, and like I was like, "Isn't that the one that's like notorious for like all the old dudes?"
I've never seen another child there. No. Yeah, and so my problem was when, you know, I love Mac to death. That's his name. Don't look him up. I'm not gonna tell you anything else about him. Love Mac to death. Dude cut my hair for the longest time. But I remember at one point when I started getting into adulthood, like 18, 19-ish, and I'm like showing photos, you know, like, "Hey, can you do this for me?"
He's like, "You got 3 options."
He's like this. He's like, "Yeah, I can do that." And guess what? My hair looked the same fucking way it did for the other 18 years, dude. He never cut it differently. He was like, yeah, I can do that haircut for you. And then he turned me around the chair and he showed me the thing. He's like, "What do you think?" I'm like,
"That's not what I asked for
I'm
at
like,
all."
"It's the same exact hair." He's like, "Well, I left some more on the front for you to move over." I'd coiffed it over a little bit with my fingers, bro. It looked like a hump. It looked like like this, like over like this. And that's when I kind of started to realize that maybe I shouldn't go here anymore. Maybe I need to go somewhere else for the hair. And I would have just changed it because I had a Caesar. It's called a Caesar cut. So I went from the coiffed over, coiffy moto to the Caesar cut to whatever the hell I rocked for the longest time before my hair started getting pushed back.
Yeah.
And I remember I got my hair cut and the girl was like, "Hey, this is how I cut your hair." No one has ever cut it this way ever since. Like even the best barbers, barberesses, hairdressers, anything that I've had, no one's done this. I'm never going to give her props either. We're on bad terms. She cut it to where I could coif it to the left or to the right. She was like, "If you're going to work, send it over to the right." She's like, "But if you're going out, send that thing over to the left." And I did that, right? Chef's kiss. Amazing. I was doing both. And I don't know how she got the balance that even. Obviously, I don't have enough hair to do that shit now, but
yeah,
she did that. And I'm like, damn, this is pretty fire. 4 months later, I hit her back up to do the hair. No response.
I mean, when you have that like game changer haircut, like you feel
invincible. You're hurt whenever they don't respond back.
Bro, because I remember the first time I went in Georgia and got mine done down there, I was just like, "Oh,
Mr. Styles?
How'd you girls?
Mr. Styles?
Mr. Styles.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Philly Styles."
That's what I'm saying.
Mr.
Like
Conspiracy.
I was getting those haircuts, and I mean Sephora wasn't a thing back then, but I was going to the shoe place. I was going and getting coffee. I didn't even drink coffee at 19. I'm like, damn, because they put the product in. Yeah. Nowadays, I cannot lie. Like, you know, my barber now, I love him, but I don't have him style my hair after I'm done, because I have this thing where I was like, I don't know if it's when you get older or if it's when you just like kind of like, I don't know if it's lose trust, but after you get your hair cut, you go home and shower and then redo your hair. I know some people don't. Obviously, I don't think that you probably did.
No, I was about to say.
So they're putting fibers in your shit.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, I mean, it's not like it right now, but I get a fade. I'm straight. I don't need to do anything.
Yeah, I'm going home.
And then like in the morning when I wake up, I just gotta brush my hair.
Yeah,
and I'm straight. But like, when we're figuring out little man's hair right now because it's getting curly and like
you get no waves.
Not long enough to do waves yet. I might try it though, just to see what happens. But I've always been so like happy that I don't have like hair like you, because I'm like, I'd hate to go to a barber. They like cut my shit and then like they get like all that product out and like
I don't do that. I don't have them do that anymore.
Then you go home and you're like, "Mom, Dad, like this is what they used," and they're like, "Here's what we got."
Yeah,
and I'm like, "Fuck, my hair's never gonna look this good ever."
We got Murray's.
We got one can of Murray's that I got when I was your age. That my dad went out.
You're out here scraping the corners with it. You're like, yeah, that's enough. No, that was the thing. It was like they used to do that afterwards, and I used to rock it. You know, I'd shower before I'd go. And again, this is back like younger. Whenever I was showering and washing my hair every day, I don't know of how it works with different hair, but like I only wash my hair like once every 3 days, maybe. Because obviously,
yeah,
you know, you want to keep some of those healthy oils. But they would style my hair at the place. Wouldn't rock it. Tired of it. Don't want to have it anymore. I want to wash my hair. I want to reestablish it. And the thing was, I remember even whenever I went to Max and he gave me the Caesar ass cut, I was lining my shit up with my own scissors at home. No comb, just cutting across the front. I was like, nah, my shit ain't straight enough. As if it was a fire haircut. It was trash. I don't even like showing people pictures of me from high school, but just based off my haircut. I have to like face swap a haircut on my pictures from high school.
Didn't you win like
best dressed?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, like, so like
I did do that.
Elementary, like everything you're saying about elementary, I'm a confirm. Josh did wear sweatpants.
Mm-hmm.
He did rock the New Balances that no other kid really knew about because nobody was wearing size 13 in fucking 4th grade.
13.
He also had a mustache in 5th grade, which was.
This is crazy ass comments. It's like,
right.
I didn't have the mustache until I got to middle school. I had peach fuzz and all y'all had. I have more of a mustache in 5th grade than you do now.
Bro, fuck you.
My shit connected in 6th.
This nigga had a full mustache and was selling lemon heads by the fucking bulk.
Yeah, I was telling about the cube.
Like, entrepreneurship. Then middle school came.
Caramel Pasuckies.
And you started like popping off with like random shit, like random accessories. Like you had like the Bapes and like the hats. Another thing that popped off really big, belt buckles. Dude, was like a thing.
The amount of belt buckles I had for no damn reason.
For no fucking reason.
LRG golden belt buckle.
You had that shit on.
But and that's the thing is like if you had that on today, that's like that one video is like look at my son with the Denver Nuggets jeans on. That's what I was like. That shit was gas back in the day. If you wore that shit today, you're getting cooked. And the kids nowadays don't even know about that. Like
they don't know.
No, because they don't do it. They just get online and talk about it.
Don't do it. But if you know a kid, like go ask like your sister's kids.
Yeah.
Ask them to show them like ask like how would you say like you need to call me on the phone?
Yeah.
Kids don't do this anymore.
Yeah, they do.
They do the flat hand.
No.
They do this. And it shook me when my daughter walked up to me and said, I'm calling you on the phone. And I was like, what the?
Well, they showed like a TikTok video of it's like generational differences. It's like, oh, how do you answer the phone? We all do that and they do that. And it was like, I forget what the other ones were. How you do your heart, then I do that.
The hand.
Yeah.
Which
I don't do the heart. I'm like this.
At all. Like, yeah, I'm not.
Yeah. I mean, I'm double jointed in my hands for anyone out there listening. But
this bad. Hey, shoot your shoot. I'm not.
Look at that shit, man. You can't make that shit wave.
I can only do this one with them.
Yeah, I can pop that, like that, drop that. But no. So what it was like all these things are different. I remember back in middle school, whenever we used to do like the gang affiliation stuff. Remember we would do like that?
Everybody, yeah.
Whatever you could throw up. We were peas for penguins and the pancakes. Penguins, pancakes,
and fuck yeah, fucking pancakes.
Pancakes on your face. Pancakes.
We like. We playfully fucked up one of our friends so many times because he kept doing it.
Like, you ain't been initiated, boy.
Yeah.
Where you been in?
Quit throwing that shit up, motherfucker.
Yeah, you throwing peas up in choir?
There's no pissing in the bathroom.
Damn it. I got pissy pants now.
Bruh.
Nah, you throw them peas up. Better come correct with it.
I'm a preface. I will not say at all. I can confidently say with us.
You can confidently slay?
Confidently?
Oh.
I can confidently say.
Yep.
I think that I know for myself, I never bullied anybody.
Nope.
And I can confidently say, because we were always together, you never bullied anybody. But there was a kid in our social studies class, 8th grade. Do you know what I'm talking about? And there's a lot of things that were questionable in this 8th grade class because
extremely
the teacher was he's not making us, but he was collecting money from students because you could pay $1 to get a pop. And it wasn't like
off-brand
a Pepsi or a Mountain Dew. It was
Mr. Fizz.
even if,
Mr. Poppy Fizz is like two tiers down.
Senior Fizzo, like
Senior Fizz.
the doctor, like Dr. Pepper. This was grad school Pepper. Like
yeah.
he wasn't there yet.
This is prep school Pepper.
Like the purple pop was like off purple pop and then like root beer, and then he had the off-brand fucking Pop-Tarts.
That had like it had the fruit on the front. It was like, it was cherry, had 2 cherries.
Can't
it
believe
like,
it's not.
yeah. Can't believe it's not margarine one. So I'm it's like brown sugar, and it just had like a bag of brown sugar on it.
So I say all of this, and for the most part, like I would always have like my own dollar and everything. But like if I was running a little short, my friend over here would spot me, and I'd pay him back. Because going back from 5th grade, this man was always selling something. He was selling lemon heads, the caramel apple suckers. Which I'm going to bring that up in a second.
That shit hit.
And then we were selling Stride gum.
Yep.
That was a moneymaker. You buy 1 pack to sell, and then you have another pack just for you. And the Stride would come in a 2-pack. So you buy the 2-pack and make your money back, and then you just kept that going.
Choose as many pieces you need.
Yeah. So we would always have a pop in this class, and there was the tables were like four pieces, 4 desks all pushed together.
Yep, 2 and 2, 2 facing 2.
Why he let us sit together the entire year, I have no idea. Because I know for a fact he didn't like me.
No, he liked me because I was playing football. Yeah, I played football. Yeah,
and then we had this other random kid, great kid, nice guy. This was the phase where we were watching Beer Fest heavily.
Grabbing him by the shirt.
Heavily. And every single day, we would grab this guy by the shirt and be like, watch me learn how to chug, motherfucker.
You want to chug a beer,
and then chug. And he would just like, let us do it. And
he loved it.
He would smile.
Yeah, he would.
And like, I remember the worst day. The worst day. And like, again, like I said, just because we did this shit, we had other conversations with him, and like I'm not gonna say we were friends, but we were like good acquaintances.
Yeah, we had a good. He was
table.
Looking forward to that class.
Yeah, we had a good vibe. Whenever there was like team shit that we had to do in the class, like our table did solid. But the worst day we had was your mama jokes were just coming back out.
Yeah,
and
dude.
I look at this guy and I say your mama joke, and he looks at me with the most serious face. He goes, "My mom's dead," and I'm like, "Fuck." Snap back, try to keep the positivity. I'm like, "Oh yeah, well then how about your grandma?"
Yeah,
and he's like, "She also died." And I was like, "Jesus Christ, who the fuck is alive?"
At one point, I thought you said if your mama was alive. I was like, "Oh shit!" I just eat my cherry Pop-Tart. Dude, I remember that. I forgot about that until you said that. You used to grab him by the shirt. We used to go, "I want to show you how to check a beer, motherfucker."
And he was just there for it.
Because Finkelstein on Beer Fest, yeah, dude, he loved it. I know that it sounds like from us, you're like, "Oh, he probably hated it."
Assholes.
Yeah, he hated that moment.
He was laughing with
Dude
us.
was so happy. I remember he would bring that back up in high school. Like, we would just be there.
And it wasn't just like that class either. Like, we would talk to him outside of the class.
Yeah.
Like, we would see him in the hallway. We'd stop and talk to him. Like, he's a good guy, genuinely good dude.
It was one of those things.
He went like halfway through high school. He just like
he's gone. Yeah,
he just
transferred.
But past that, really good dude. Another story from that class. Do you remember when we went on lockdown and we thought it was a drill?
Mm-hmm.
And we,
yes, dude, it was not a drill.
We walked out into the fucking hallway, and the teacher just like laughed with us. Like he didn't take it seriously. We were like nobody coming to this class. We'll stop this shit.
Yeah.
Then we found out it was like an actual real threat, and I was just like,
Code
that could have
red.
gone so bad so quickly for us. Like,
yeah.
We would have been on the news, like with the our school pictures, like
it's like taking down student with rock. No, that class was. So he was talking about when we would have the snacks and the drinks.
Yeah,
it was either Pop-Tarts and pop. That was the two things, or soda, wherever you guys are listening from. We would crack that shit in the middle of class whenever he'd be talking. He's being pissed. I'm like, don't offer us pop.
Yeah.
And then at one point, he's like, look, y'all got to open the pops before class
at the beginning of the class.
Because we open the paper, and when you have like a cheaper Pop-Tart, like that like plastic ass almost.
I'll say like Pop-Tarts tinfoil, like aluminum foil. It's nice. Like it doesn't make a lot of noise.
This one's
it's
like
crisp.
Yeah.
This one is like 50% paper, 50% like aluminum foil of recyclables from like Pop-Tart.
Yeah.
So it was so loud. Like think of like a chip bag.
The loudest chip bag you could
find.
find. Yeah. And you're trying to break off little pieces and you're just like looking up and it's like, look.
You ain't never heard of Pop-Tart.
Yeah. The solicitation he had, I feel like in all honesty, you know, going back that far in time, he could have netted more money selling pop and Pop-Tarts because it's one thing to sell, you know, let's say you get a case of, let's just say Dr. Pepper for mathematical reasons. You're probably getting that case of Dr. Pepper for probably like
$3.19
to $4 at that time. Now it's like $5.
Yeah.
So you sell 4 of them, then you got what?
You got your money back.
Get your money back. You're done.
You still have
7 or 8 left. Yeah, 8 left. So there's $8 of profit when you sell them all. He was getting like Dr. Senior fees for like $1 and or $1.30 something.
Candidate.
Yeah, PhD dropout. PhD dropout. Dr. Senior fees. You got those pops, and I think a case of that at like Save a Lot or whatnot was like
$1.29 or some shit.
So you got to think he got 12 of them, and after one was sold, he's making $12, $12 to $8. You're like, oh, it's not that much. This man was going through like cases of pop a day. You got
Every day.
You have 8 periods of class. You got classes of about 25 kids. Let's say half the kids buy a pop.
This man was he was rolling it.
He's rolling it in, and then I go out and sell some caramel apple suckers, and I get hit with solicitation because another project wouldn't take it.
So you selling caramel apple suckers was like one of the funniest fucking things ever. One, we've been boys since kindergarten, so I've always been a supporter. I'm like, yo, dude's mad creative. Like I'm here for it. And if anything, I was like a middleman. Like people would be like, "Where'd you get that at?" You need to go to Josh. Josh has it. He's even doing a sale. Get 2 suckers for 50 cents, both of them. So it's $1. And
yeah,
like,
one for 50 cents, 2 for $1.
One's 50 cents, 2 for $1.
You don't want that extra change,
Bro,
do you?
This is how you know math is not good in our school system because kids are like, "Oh
we
man,
I'm gonna get 2.
$1 for 2." Like like you could go twice in a day and like you're still gonna pay $1.
Yeah, you're not getting you're getting a flat rate for both of them.
So he has the scheme going, and like for the longest time, for like months, that's the guy. You go there to get the suckers. So everybody in the school, I'm telling you,
even from freshman year to senior year,
bro, everybody was walking around with these suckers. Teachers were even buying them.
Yeah, they were.
And I remember one day somebody is like, they tried to start biting on it, and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna go and like buy some, and I'm gonna like be your competition."
No, fuck that. I bought them all out.
Josh went out to the fucking store and bought the entire.
I bought every sucker in the store because this is before you could go on like. There was no online.
There was no Amazon.
There was no. I mean, yeah,
there was no Amazon, but Amazon was a pop up. Like,
yeah,
they didn't have like
getting sellers.
Yeah.
So you weren't getting on Amazon and being like, I need 5,000 caramel apple suckers at a bulk discount price, like Sam's Club type shit.
Yeah.
You could only go to your local grocery store. I don't even think Walmart carried them at this point.
It was like Sam's only.
Yeah, it was for me it was Community Market, Big Bear, whatever that conglomerate was that eventually died. But they had the suckers, and someone was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be competition. You can't be competition when you're selling the same shit. You know what I mean?
And you can't, like, what are you going to sell it for 20 cents? Like,
you're going to liquidate you're not going to make any profit.
No.
Like, you're just doing it to tell people that you're a seller.
I also have suckers.
Yeah. Like, wow, whoop-de-doo. Like, everyone will buy your suckers and you're going to be up like 20 cents. I already have all the suckers at my place.
Other little tidbit. This isn't even like somebody who like didn't like Josh.
No.
This isn't like an enemy. This isn't an op. We all sat together at the same lunch table.
Yeah. I'm like,
this is how we all found out.
Yeah.
Because the next day, he comes and he's like, "You really bought these suckers?"
Yeah. I said, "Bitch, I'm not playing. This is how I'm making money to buy stuff right now. Like, yo, you're playing with my livelihood and my business right now. Like,
how are you really gonna buy all of it and even the shit in the back?" Because
dude,
they went and asked the people up front, like some kid bought all of
yeah, because I went to the front and they had 15 bags, and I'm like, all right, I'll buy 15 bags at like I think it was like $2.38 a bag.
Oh my
14
God.
to 15 suckers per bag. It says 15 on the bag. Sometimes they give you 14. Whoever makes caramel apple suckers, someone's not counting them right.
Yeah.
So then I went to the back. I'm like, hey, do you guys have any like shipment of the caramel apple suckers? Like, yeah, we got a box of them. I had my mom's credit card at the time. I'm like,
every single one.
I'm like, let me get that bag as well. They're on that box. And I looked like a drug dealer. I had Ziploc bags full of caramel apple suckers. And Snapchat wasn't even a thing at the time, but I would like text my friends on T9 and all that shit. I'm like, hey, I'm bringing suckers to school tomorrow. I got about 250 of them. Tell everybody. And then literally in first period, people would come to the door. Again, this is like a trap house. I was using the trap class. People would come, buy caramel apple suckers, get them, go. And the fact that no one ever got tired of them, like at one point I did spiffy up my sales. I think it was like H1N1 or one of the flus. I started selling Bath and Body Works hand sanitizers, little packets of tissues, and then I threw in cotton candy suckers for a little spin cycle. I
remember those, yeah.
Yeah, but so I did that for years and years and years. Senior year finally hits, and I'm not going to use her name, but I know exactly who did this. You still live in Chillicothe now. I hope you watch this video. Hope you do. She went and told, she was like, well, maybe we should sell caramel apple suckers to raise money for,
I know,
for student council. Maybe that'd be a good idea. We can sell these. I think they'd be successful here. But how do you know they're going to be successful?
Yeah.
So I sell my suckers, and I get pulled by the principal. That's controversial in itself. We're not going to talk about that story. And he goes, Josh.
Who's the principal?
Yeah. Anyway, he pulls me and he's like, hey, Josh. He's like, so
no diddy.
Yeah, no diddy. I know you've been selling for years. He's like, it's been fine, it's been cool. He's like, but student council wants to sell the same stuff you're selling, and they want me to push for solicitation to get you suspended. Suspended over some suckers? I made enough money. I made like thousands of bucks.
Yeah.
At that time, because you got to think of it. It was also when I first started. I'm not even going to cap. I didn't buy the suckers. My mom bought the suckers. No shit. So that's all profit.
It was profit. That's
what I'm saying. That's all profit. Nowadays, when you do it, it's like, oh, I had to spend $50 on the suckers. I sell them. And I make $200. It's like, I made $200. It's like, no, you made $150. Back then, it's all profit, all straight kiars. 11,000 in kiars.
11,000 kiars.
Shake my balls. No. so I was like, okay, so they're really pushing for me to stop selling the suckers. And they're like, yeah, they're going to start selling themselves. At this point, they've already established websites where you could buy bulk suckers. I can't buy out the store anymore. Yep. I can't do anything. And I'm also not trying to get suspended my senior year of high school for no reason. They go and sell the suckers, and no one buys those shits, man.
Bruh. It like...
Everyone boycotted it for me, and I appreciate that.
It was literally like just how shit goes now. Like the government got involved and took shit over. The student government got involved, took shit over, and like... It's like they changed the recipe. Yeah, like
Chick-fil-A sandwiches.
Nobody bought them, and they just had these shits in bulk.
They're just giving away. Back there. They're like, we'll give you like four for $1. Everyone's like,
I'm not making any profit, and like we're good.
Yeah, right. We don't want them anymore. And that's to be a story to tell the kids, tell your family. When the government steps in and they start trying to subsidize what you're doing and taking away,
a little customer base,
they're gonna ride with you. And then guess what? After they didn't sell the suckers, I started selling a couple suckers on the side afterwards because why not? No one's buying their shit. So I started getting
Wasn't competition anymore.
No one knows this. Is a little secret. I started buying the suckers from the student government for $1, and I started flipping them back for 50 cents a piece afterwards. Businessman. I'm businessman.
Business.
Yeah. So I was about that business.
Man.
I mean, caramel apple suckers, I don't know if they're still even around anymore. I'm pretty sure they are. Just around like...
There was no way in hell you were going to get suspended, though.
I know. I would have pushed it and never get suspended, but I saw the whole justification for the solicitation. It's like taxes, man. I'm making all this money, and they can't tax it. I'm not a not-for-profit.
The IRS is like, thousands, huh?
Hey, we see you haven't done your taxes yet. They are doing 3 days, and you didn't report any of that income from about 20 years ago.
From 2007 to 2012.
Yeah.
You weren't filing anything.
You didn't file anything for that. We do see some Wall Street bankers and they file their taxes and they're getting about a $5 million return, but
you probably made about $2,000.
I think you owe us about $800. So no, that's I don't know how we ended on this story, but it's again no clue us doing a yap sesh.
Literally.
To this, we don't even have any Q&A. We just literally just.
I'm just also thinking. Shouts out to Trevor again because.
Yep.
This is the day. High school, like we could just kind of. I'm not gonna say we could do whatever we want, but close to it. And we could get out of class, go down to the gym, play basketball, play with whatever, kickball.
Yep.
And this day, we were going through like the back, and we're like, "What? Look at all this fun shit." Because we also weren't allowed to participate in gym class. I got to participate in one gym class, and they happened to be playing indoor soccer that time. And I was like, it was during study hall, so I was like, "Oh, can I play?" And the gym teacher was like, "Aren't you on the team?" And I was like, "Yeah, but I'm in study hall." And he's like, "Oh, okay, just don't get hurt out there." And I'm telling you, like, I was like prime Ronaldinho out there. I was taking kids' ankles, and he's like, "I'm gonna ask that you don't come back tomorrow."
Yeah,
because they didn't learn anything.
Yeah, so you
so
it's like it's kicking and screaming. You're like, pass the ball to Italian.
Pass the ball to Noah. So when we got to like go into like that area to see like everything, we're like, "Oh my gosh, look at all this stuff."
Let's be real. We were like, "Oh, look at all this free stuff."
We like Denzel Washington.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
I'm leaving with something.
Hockey sticks.
We got a kickball out just to play with, and this is where Trevor comes in. Trevor decides he's gonna fucking punt it. Almost cost, because how expensive are those light fixtures? Like
$1,000.
Like this hanging light in the gym, he kicks it and like it just beams directly into it and starts rocking. So I was just waiting for the.
There was a heat-seeking missile. Yeah,
it never did.
Nope.
But then we decided like, oh, like let's play hockey, because we've been playing hockey in one of our teachers' classes, and we're like, these are like the legit sticks. So
we made hockey sticks out of rulers and yardsticks.
Yeah, and broke like 3 of them, and she never questioned us. So she's a real one for that.
Appreciate it.
But we had a whole elaborate plan to get those hockey sticks out, and that shit to this day to me is just so fucking funny of like how we got out with those. Down the pant. Yeah, so do I. Down the pant leg, into the shirt, through the arm leg. It was like this. So, we had our shirt sticking out like that.
Yeah,
walking stiff legged.
Yeah, walking. One stiff leg, just like.
Oh shit!
Nah, I made it though, and I remember we had to hide them in the bathroom right by the exit.
Right next to the exit.
Yeah, we had to hide
into the handicap stall in the corner.
Yeah, as if that's not the one that everyone would go to. Yeah, use the restroom.
But we also knew we had like one more period left before we got out of there.
We still got them. We did not take a puck.
We couldn't find a puck, I remember. Yeah. We were looking for it.
We were hitting like stress balls.
Yeah. Should we talk about the senior prank? Because that just made me think about the senior prank too.
Yeah, I mean, ours is so controversial at the point that you look back at it.
It's controversial because an individual.
Post controversy, but nah, I mean, our senior prank was chill.
Until they freaked out.
Yeah, until we set off the alarm and the police showed up as well. So we got, I guess, we were a
minor setback.
Yeah, we were a decent senior class. Nothing really bad. Nothing elaborate. Like the years before, someone like hid in the rafters of the school until after, and then did everything solo mission the entire school, like saran wrap.
And that's because he ran the ideas by everybody, and everybody's like, no, and he's like, all right, I'll do it.
He was inside the tiles above your classroom, but for us, we were cool with the principal. Again, like what? I don't care if this gets him in trouble at this point. We were cool with the principal, and he was like, yeah, you guys can do this prank. All we were doing is rearranging classrooms as each other. So we were, instead of rearranging it, we were moving the teacher's desk to the other classroom and then decorating it as if it was their classroom. So it was like a harmless prank. No one's dying. There's no animals on the floor. There's no
supposed to be a little ha-ha.
Yeah, a little ha-ha, hee-hee. So we go and we do it. Funny.
It's a small one.
Funny. And we set the alarm off like 3 times, like RIP to her, but she set the alarm off like 2 times.
Yeah.
And the cops kept coming back. And at one point, the principal, who was supposed to not know about the prank, because, how do you get your staff to trust you? Which, I mean,
he basically made sure that we didn't catch a charge and get arrested.
He sat in there while we did the prank. I don't know, for reasons unknown. I'm not gonna go into that. But he sat there and he waited
without supervising.
Yeah, supervision. We didn't see anything he was doing, but he saw. I don't know if he saw. Well, we're not gonna get into it. So we rearranged the classrooms until like literally 2 or 3 in the morning. It was pretty late,
bro. It was past that.
It was late because I remember going back to class the next day. It geeked. I'm like, oh my god, we're about to go
3
back.
or 4.
Yeah, well, I'm like, we're about to go back and they're gonna be crazy. Like I wanted to get there early. But we were so damn tired. There was no way we were getting there early because we were already getting there at 7:35 or 7:20.
I came back late.
Yes, you didn't even come back in time. You missed it. I get back there, and one of the teachers has a literal panic attack, which, I mean, that's nothing to joke about. But she has a panic attack because we moved her classroom to the one next door to it.
And in all fairness, we didn't know that she had OCD.
Correct.
And the thought process of people touching her shit,
Yeah.
she lost it.
We moved her desk, her phone. We didn't move the desk, like her desk. We didn't move the desk.
We
just
took all the
rearranged
items off of her desk
and moved
put it to the other desk.
Yeah.
And then we took pictures. Like, it was spot on. Like, it was identical to how it was. And our thought process was, oh, haha, you're gonna teach in this class because your stuff's in here, and people will just be switched around, so it's gonna be a little confusing. Yada yada yada.
She left work.
Nah.
She left.
Yeah, took that personal day. To which you would think, okay, one teacher's not bad. Then another teacher decides she's bailing out too.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like hers is because she hated us.
She did.
She did not like us.
Yeah,
she did not like our class. So she was just mad,
They had to call-
legitimately angry.
They had to call, now as an adult, it's calling a sub as school starts. Usually you call them a couple hours before, or the night
Understanding now, working in
Yeah.
K-12, how difficult it is to
before. Yeah,
get
it's
subs.
shit.
Yeah, we ruffled some feathers.
Yeah, but the thing was the craziest part was we had said during the prank that at the end we would move everything back.
Yeah.
I was never going to do that.
No.
So what they did was during the day, the teachers just had everyone in their class at the time switch
Fix
the
it.
stuff back. And that saved us because we left. I mean, that your last day as a senior, you leave at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
You don't leave. Yeah, you came in late and we left
Bro.
10 minutes after.
So here's what happened on the back end for what happened to me. So were you in my car or did you drive your own car?
I drove my car.
So you were in your car. I had my car. The first time the police came where it was the serious one and we all bolted out.
Yes.
Somebody hid in the
Dude,
cafeteria.
I hid in the, I remember being in the hallway.
Me, I think Trevor was with me.
Yep.
And somebody else. There's somebody in my back seat. We go to my car. I peel out and I'm booking it. And then I stop at the back entrance at the high school. No lights are on in my car. And everybody's like, turn on the lights, bro, and go, 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 go. And I'm like, wait for it. I don't know how I knew this, but I knew the emergency route for the cops to come in were through the back and the front.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 cop cars go by us. They don't see me. I leave out the back with my lights still off, drive all the way down the back road.
Oh, yeah, you went to Circle K, didn't you?
Yeah, we went to the Circle K to chill. Then I realized that was more suspicious, so we drove down the highway and then turned back around when everything got figured out. So we do that, get back inside, fix everything. The alarm keeps going off because somebody keeps tripping it off.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get home, and my mom is up because she hears me coming back in. And I had allergies. I still have allergies. It was ragweed season in Chillicothe, and that's what gets me. My mom gives me a Benadryl, and she's like, "Oh, this will help you because your eyes are puffy, you're snotty and everything." So I was like, "Okay." For people who don't know, black people almost use Benadryl as melatonin.
Literally anything, yeah.
That shit knocked me the fuck out. So I woke up, and our another agreement for us to be able to do this thing was the principal told us, he was like, I'm going to roast and yell at you all top of my lungs so that the entire school hears it so it sounds authentic.
Yeah.
And we're all like, yeah, big bet.
Cool.
So I find out when I get to school because everybody's talking to me yo, what did you do? Are you okay? What happened? I'm like, what do you mean? Are you talking about the prank? Yeah, we got it. How did it go? Haha. And people are like, no, the principal's pissed off at you. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I found out that this man, he was acting like he was angry.
Yep.
But then I actually started getting angry and started yelling on the intercom, Noah, come down to the office. Meanwhile, I'm at home
Yeah, dude, because you weren't there. He was that was the whole point of it. He was like, damn, Noah's really not here to
bro, he's really being an asshole right now.
Yeah.
So that was a good time.
Yeah.
It's one of those things I had a good high school. I'll even say I had a pretty decent middle school experience. Would I go back? No.
Hell no.
No.
Hell no.
Not at all.
I mean, it's one of those things where it's like you could go back and you can reset. If you could reset from that time, sure, life could be different. Life could be more beneficial.
Would you change anything in high school?
Probably not. I probably would have focused more on the track and field aspect.
I thought you were gonna say academics. I was gonna say get
Nah,
the fuck out.
No. I don't regret anything I did academically. Probably focus more on track and field. I think at one point, like, because we talked about it before, weightlifting was never really a big thing back in the day. It was
I wish we would have started because like we kind of got big.
Yeah, that's
really
what I'm saying.
Quick.
We would have been good. We would have been straight. It was just more of those things where you looked at it and you're like, I'd rather go play video games instead. That would be the only difference.
To explain how fast I kind of blew up too, because for 4 years, I always was asked, like, oh, can you come do track? We need more runners. Come do track. And I was like, I don't want to.
I don't want to run. I didn't want to run.
For whatever fucking reason, senior year, Josh was like, hey, come throw. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't want to do track. He's like, we don't have to run. And I was like, all right, I'll play. And I remember the day I showed up, like some of the coaches, like they were so excited. They're like, you're gonna run? And I was like, oh no, I'm here with the throwers. And they were laughing and they're like, okay, so we need somebody for the 4x4. I was like, no, I'm serious. I'm here to throw.
Yeah, for real.
And I walked over with Josh and they were like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because they wanted me to run. And I was like, no, I'm not running. They were like, be the anchor, please be the anchor. I'm like,
we did not look like
no,
your average high school thrower.
no. There's no. We had barely any mass. We were normal size. We weren't like these big, 350-pound Goliath muscle.
And I was even like, I relatively on the skinnier end.
Yeah, you were very skinny.
And I went because we started working out. I was like 180, and then started working out and went all the way up to like 198, 200 pounds, like in like muscle.
Because we started doing the lifting in December.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I ended up quitting basketball just to do winter lifting, and you were lifting with us, and then we got into the normal season. It was just
I can't remember who it was, but there was that one random track coach who just liked us, and he gave us our first pre-workout.
Oh yeah, I forget his name.
3.
Yeah, I remember. Dude, he was a football coach. I can't remember why he was even there. He was just there for
Is this in the
weightlifting? Yeah.
And he's like, "You boys ever have pre-workout?" And I was like,
"No."
What's pre-workout?
He's let me give you a scoop before you go throw at your district track meet. I'm like,
it was like literal like your first like crack deal. Like,
dude,
he was real secretive about it. He's like, come around this corner.
Here,
He's like, you guys want to get serious about
dry scoop this. I'm like, the cinnamon challenge.
Why is my face so itchy and
dude?
tingly?
I remember my arms were itching. And I was like, I have to throw,
bro. And like we just didn't know what it was. Like we thought like to our minds it was like we just took steroids.
Yeah.
Because there was also like all these labels on there that's like not for human consumption, like all this, and like looking back at it, like it was not a good pre-workout to be.
We should have done a smelling salt,
honestly. But said we did this, and that was the start of it. That was the start of the pre-workout.
Start of the caffeine addiction.
That was the start of you getting like as big as you are.
Yeah.
It made me jealous because like we were lifting buddies, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna get like fucking rich.
And you ended up being a RA, and then
I left, went to college, drank a lot of beer.
You were on call at all the times. Even when I was working out with your sister more than you, because we were at the gym at the same time.
Bro, and the people I roomed with, loved them to death. All we did was party. We didn't go to the gym. And like every once in a while, they're like, let's go to the gym. We'd go to the gym. They'd get sore. We never went back.
Yep.
And
done.
I got so frustrated because I was like, I'm still like okay size. I still stayed active. I come back from college to hang out with Josh. And Josh is just like, check this out. And I'm like, how the fuck did you get so fucking jacked? Like,
I stopped eating carbs and sugar and just worked out every day.
That is the other thing too. Like, you were dedicated. Like you were locked in.
Looking back now, it's like, how does anyone go without any carb? At this age, again, some of these diets that people do, and what I did, are only applicable for people who are like 21, 22, 23.
Yeah, don't do that with your 30s.
When you start getting in your 30s, dude, there's no way you can go and not have carbs. You have no energy ever. You're going to be tired 24/7. Like, you're going to be at the office. You need the carbs. You need the energy. Just do it in moderation.
Which you came in and saved me once I started, like, dieting again, which I let all go to waste. Because, like, I started getting in shape again, started getting big again. And I moved away or something. Started eating food. Oh, I started having kids.
Yeah.
So that's why.
This just goes back to the beginning where it's like, if you got to be a little bigger if you're gonna be happy.
Yeah. You start like whatever food you can actually just make, you just kind of go with it. But I'm back on the grind. Look, watch me do my thing.
YouTube videos, you see it.
I don't really like how I am now, but we're gonna change it. We're not gonna get like all sad and sappy about this.
Like, what's that show where the guys get super big? It's like a cartoon. That like, it's like he's like it was to pick up his daughter or something like that. So that's what you wanted to do.
Oh,
regular show.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was
like,
the regular
ultimate jacked.
and like
you're a unit.
You're a beast. You're a giant. You're jacked.
You're jacked. You're the biggest man ever.
Essentially, this dude becomes like King Kong size.
Yeah.
And like, he did it to like pick up his daughter, and then like he just
started,
like
King Kong when he did it.
He literally became like that gym jerk. That's just like an asshole. And like he like would walk past his kid. He's like, I have to keep lifting. Like, I'm not gonna go that far.
It's like on SpongeBob where he's like, I'm a jerk and now everyone loves me. Yeah. That has to happen, man.
Look, it's gonna be like Street Shark focus again. So, bro, I've been on it all week. Waking up at 4 a.m., going to the gym.
Crazy.
Been in there.
I thought my back was destroyed after on Monday I went to the gym and I worked out like I was 20 something again, like 21 again. I woke up the next day. I'm like, I fell on my collar. I fell on my ass. I was like, I can't breathe.
Bruh, I was going to the gym, fucking raw dogging it. No pre, no any kind of supplement.
Insane.
My body felt broken.
Yeah,
I'm back on them supplements and like
I was taking BCAAs and it still wasn't recovering good. And I was like, well,
my recovery doing pretty well right now, so I'm feeling good.
Let's get back in the swing of it. Swing of it.
So, y'all keep watching.
Yep.
Come summertime, festival season.
That's like September.
It's like right after summer. It's like
yeah. I was gonna say I was like.
I also like. I'm like the dad plus. I'm a father figure right at this point. I want to go back to my dad bod. Like, we've had this conversation. We were talking about it earlier. Like, our bodies didn't come stock with abs.
Mm-mm.
We know for us to have abs.
No stock with abs, stock with flabs.
Yeah.
Pars.
Put that on the shirt. That's going to be one of our shirts.
Yeah, don't copyright. We're copyrighting that.
Yeah, copyright.
Don't sue it.
No clue. We will sue.
No clue.
We will sue you.
My lawyer will find you. I don't know what lawyer we have, but
I'll get a lawyer. I'll find somebody.
Oh yeah, he's got a fit. He's got a fit that he'll put on. It's like my dad's a lawyer. The Sperry's. He'll bring the Sperry's
back. Yeah. Is that
polo.
a fucking fighting? Like,
wait, you got two double fightings
bro.
on. Listen, bro, my dad knows the guy, and I don't think you should say that to me.
It's like fucking copper wristbands. From
Yeah.
Mountains.
Oh yeah. The magnet ones. Ripped your hair off.
Oh my god. Yeah. We're back on our shit.
Long episode.
That's another episode. Like because like we've said before, when we were just pure audio, I'm going to my first like big EDM festival, and I know you got to show out, wear some different costumes and shit.
I mean, for guys, it's shorts, pashmina, no shirt,
Jersey, yeah,
no shirt,
maybe a vest,
maybe your vest,
but
take the vest off when it gets too hot.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna wear.
All right.
You want me to tell you now, or you want me to do it?
It's not gonna surprise me, so you might as well tell me now. Unless you gotta come in like a T-Rex outfit or something. Yeah.
No, I don't know what I'm gonna wear.
Onesie.
Actually, I've been trying to think about it. Like, what would I want to wear?
God damn, he's gonna flame me right now.
But it's also like, I'm also like basing it off like, do I actually hit this workout goal? Because if I do, I'm gonna feel a lot more comfortable.
For sure.
Right now, if I do it, like I feel like a fat piece of shit. So I
You
want
be
to
having
get
the
back
pashmina,
to like,
You be tying the pashmina around your waist
yeah.
like a sweater.
I'm gonna carry like the water pack.
Yeah, you're on the
gonna be that
hydro.
guy.
He's on the hydro fast
hydrate
on
guy,
the
yeah.
front.
Come on, guys, I can't wear that. So I'm just gonna make sure you're hydrated.
Guys, I'm not having a good time.
How'd you get a lisp? Don't worry about it, Josh.
I'm like, let's leave him.
But no, I got I don't know. I'm gonna try to start thinking of some ideas for it if these goals get hit. But like we said, summer's right around the corner, everybody. So make sure you're working out, lock in. Make sure you got your figure ready because beach season is upon us.
And if you don't, embrace it, man.
Yeah, it's fine.
Rock with it. Ain't nobody gonna judge you. Some people will, but not us.
I mean, I forget who told me. I think it was Madison, but she was like, people can tell what your figure looks like with like your clothes on, especially like they give you like a hug. They're gonna know what you look like.
Yeah, sundresses. I see.
Yeah, sundress season is upon us. Wedding season's upon us. All that shit. Everything's upon us. So make sure you're getting in there, staying healthy. If you are, I hate the word like morbidly obese.
Yeah, it's
like,
like definitely. You're like, oh,
yeah,
damn.
I know.
I mean, technically, I'm obese.
I know they throw that fucking term loosely, like, oh, you're obese.
Oh no, you're morbidly obese.
If you're
damn,
if you're not rocking it and you like, I want to go and everything, make sure you check with your doctor as a good tip, just to make sure that you can handle your exercise appropriately.
Man, this guy's putting out health tips. Just if you want to get lean, you want to get it, lock in, dial down. Remember, if you're happy how you are, rock it how you are. Rock it with confidence. Ain't nobody telling you what to do. Ain't nobody telling you what weight to lose. None of that. That's not what this podcast is. Go rock it out. Be confident with what you put out. And what's it matter?
And nobody's looking at you.
Do your best and forget the rest. I think it's what Tony Orton used to say.
I thought you said, if you work out and you don't see any results, take steroids.
That is also another thing that you can do. If you work out and you're tired of not getting gains, just go with the anabolic route. Here's the thing. This is what we'll end on. People in life are going to take shortcuts and they're going to beat you to the end. They're going to beat you to the finish. You play a racing video game, that's what they have. They have shortcuts in there for people. If you're
Mario Kart,
shooting
across the little gap.
I'm tired of working out every day and I'm not seeing the goals that everyone else is seeing. Get on something. Get illegal stuff. Not me saying I condone it. I would never do that. But if you want a shortcut, there are shortcuts for literally anything in life. You don't know how to write a cover letter? Go to ChatGPT. You don't know how to talk to girls? I think there's a book on it, maybe. Or that's not even a shortcut. There's some type of shortcut for it.
I'm sure there's some of them.
Do like the Black Mirror episode where the guy's in your ear and he talks for you the whole entire time.
Yeah.
There are shortcuts for all of it. He did die of cyanide poisoning at the end, but there are shortcuts. The girl is like, here. Shortcuts. Yeah. Take the shortcuts. No one's going to judge you except for yourself. You're going to look in the mirror and be like, damn, I cheated myself of 2.5 years of steady lifting every day for 1 pound of muscle.
We doing this. I'm not going to be like Will Ferrell and semi-pro. What, right here.
Yeah.
Right here, everybody. Right here. What's that say? Siyoko Zenyo.
Yo.
Minimum effort, maximum efficiency. A.K.A.
Work
smarter, not harder.
Boom.
That's good. That's a good ending.
That's I feel
man. like we're gonna start being motivational speakers at the end of our shit.
Just do it.
Just do it. Get out there. Get them gains. Get everything that you're looking for.
If you are listening to this at a desk, just keep doing your desk work. But
get one of those like fucking desk bikes. So you like.
Yeah, get a little desk bike. Get a little shake weight.
Get a little. If you have like the money, get one of those like treadmills that you can like, do a standing desk.
Standing desk. Yeah.
Get one of those medicine ball. Yeah. Not medicine ball. Yoga ball. Get a yoga ball. Activate the core while you're working. We're going to do it right here. No Qlue Podcast. Motivational at the end. But I'm hungry because we, like I said, we both are dieting.
Yes.
And we haven't eaten for a long fucking time. So we're going to go get food. And that always seems like how we end this shit anyways. We're always getting fucking hungry.
Yep.
So make sure you eating your macros and you're doing all that shit. I don't count calories, but try to stay in a caloric deficit.
Yes.
Be mindful of it, but don't be obsessive with it.
Milking it. Come on.
Fuck yeah. All right, let's go. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Have a wonderful week. This is No Qlue Podcast. We'll see you all later. Bye-bye.
See you.